Hi everyone, welcome to Table for Two. I am the Elusive Bigfoot.
And I'm Onezie.
And today we are talking about our top 5 simultaneous action games.
Simultaneous action games are games where you don't have to wait your turn.
Right.
And while the other person's taking their turn, you get to do something too.
Yeah, there's something that you'll get to do on their turn.
Right.
Right. And these are games, right, that we're not going to rank them until the end, which will be our number 1.
Exactly.
Why don't you go first?
All right. Simultaneous action. The first one on my list is Space Base.
Oh, good one.
So this is a card game where you're literally building a space base, and on your turn you roll dice. And so the cards have kind of a top action and a bottom action. And on your turn, when you roll the dice, you get to do one of those things, and your other players get to do the other thing. Right? They do the top thing while you do the bottom thing, and vice versa.
If you're lucky.
Yeah.
I mean, part of it, if you play Machikoro and you understand that you have to acquire a card for every single, ideally numbers 2 through 12, then you'd be able to, you kind of relate to this one too. And one thing that I really like about Space Base is that you can choose to take the total of the 2 dice rolled, or you could say, well, let me see, I had a 5 and a 3. So that could be an 8, or I can take the action of the 5 and the action of the 3. So you see which one works out best for you when you're the active player.
Space Base.
Good one. Okay. So my first game is Spirit Island. So I love the fact that you are playing as one of the spirits of this island that is trying to protect it from the colonists who are trying to come and basically destroy the harmony of the island. And one thing that I really love is that each player will plan on what type of actions they want to take. And when it's time to go, with your fast action, everyone does their fast actions together, but you still get to discuss, what would be the best way for us to proceed. Like let's say that I am fire. Maybe I could say, I can take out these 2 lands over here. Can you do something about this area over here? And they might say, well, I can't do it yet. I can do it later. Okay, then this is what I'm going to do. Instead, I am going to take over this and this. This island might be destroyed, but nobody will die. And then, just different ways that you can manage all the actions.
Right, and that's such a great and complex game that you need to have simultaneous action because it takes a little while to figure out everything that you're supposed to do.
Yeah, and I like that it's a co-op game because it's, all the spirits against the island, against the colonists. So take back the island. It's like the opposite of Catan.
The anti-Catan.
It is the anti-Catan.
Right, the next one up on my list is a 2-player game, and it's called Sky Team.
Oh, I love that game.
Sky Team. So it's another dice game. You basically play the 2-player game. You play the pilot and the co-pilot of this airplane. You're trying to do everything you need to do to land the plane, but without regular communication.
Yeah.
So I'm controlling one side of the plane, and my partner will be controlling the other side of the plane. And we roll dice behind a screen.
That's the simultaneous part.
Behind our screens.
Yes.
And then we do take turns placing the dice.
Right.
But we act simultaneously to roll the dice and try to deploy the landing gear, lower the flaps,
the altitude,
change the speed, clear planes off the runway as we're coming in, things like that. So Sky Team is a great one.
That's a great game. Love that. Well, going towards the airplane type of motif that we have right now, I wrote down Now Boarding.
Oh, that's another good game.
So in this game, we all own our own airlines, and our goal is to take passengers, pick them up at one airport, and take them to another one. And it's a co-op game again. And sometimes I might not be able to get my passenger all the way there, but I can drop them off at this other airport, and there's a moment of discussion, and I can say, can you pick this person up here Because if you leave a customer too long at an airport, they get mad and then you start to lose points. So if you have them just permanently on your plane, for whatever reason, it's okay.
Tell that to me next time we're sitting on the tarmac somewhere.
Yeah. I do love this game, though, because it is a simultaneous action. And even though we discuss, things that happen, sometimes it doesn't quite play out the way that you thought it would. It's like, okay, maybe I won't do that. Maybe we need me to do this instead. But you don't get to discuss it anymore, so you take your action the way you take your action.
All right, the next one on my list is Quacks of Quedlinburg.
That's a good one.
So this is a game where you draw ingredients out of a bag for a potion. You're trying to make a potion without it exploding. And both players draw out of the bag at the same time and play on their personal boards until you either decide to stop or your pot explodes. And then
it's a push your luck game.
When both players are done with all that, you count the points and you're able to get new ingredients to put in your bag, and
or points.
Or points. Or both. Both.
Yeah, or depends. If your pot explodes, you pick one or the other.
And you get to choose at the end of the round what ingredients you're going to buy to put in your bag. And so as the game goes on, you get more ingredients to draw out of the bag, and you go at the same time. It's very fun. It's a very fun game.
We used to play this every single weekend. I love this game.
On Sundays.
Yeah, on Sundays. All right, the next game I am mentioning is Mystic Vale. So Mystic Vale is a card building game where you have a clear sleeve and you are putting in there other cards that would be the top, middle, or bottom. And the idea is that you can turn over cards and plant your orchard, but if you have too many of these poison trees, then it spoils and you get nothing. So it's another push your luck. I just love simultaneous actions games because you can decide, you can keep going if you want to, and you don't have to wait for somebody else to take their turn before you get to go. Because personally for me, if there are too many people playing, like there's some games that I think this is really best at a 2-player or a 3-player. I wouldn't play it at 4 or more. Or if some people take, particularly long if they've got analysis paralysis, you could be waiting a long time for your turn. But in a simultaneous action, such as this game, you really have plenty to do on your turn. So, Mystic Vale.
Next, I want to talk about the game Picture Perfect.
Oh, good.
Okay, so this is a game where you basically, each player has their own set of paper dolls or paper standees. I guess you'd say standees.
Yeah, they're little cardboard standees, yeah.
And on your turn, you're able to look at envelopes with some information in them about where to set up your standees in the room. So when one person wants to be next to the dining room table, one person wants to be next to the potted plant, one person does not want to be next to the dog, so on and so forth. And so there's about 15 people or so to arrange, and it's really hard to get everybody exactly where they want to be. So you have to remember and decide where to put them to try to get the most points. And so while I'm arranging all my figures in the house, she can be arranging all her figures in her house, and it's very fun. Paper dolls are great. I love paper dolls. I was a little boy. I never had paper dolls, but as an older man, I get to play with paper dolls, so this is great.
You don't get to put clothes on them, but one thing is that the clues are random. So in one game, it could be that the dog doesn't want to be next to the plant, and the next game the dog only wants to be next to the plant, or needs to be next to the table, or wants to be in the front. And sometimes some of the clues are opposite, like you could say the woman in the yellow dress must be next to a man, and the next clue might say the man does not want to be next to the woman in the yellow dress. So you kind of have to figure out, well, what the heck am I going to do with that? And you pick which hints do you want to follow, because you will get points for each thing you did successfully. So you might say, I'm going to ignore that one and go with this one instead. So great game. Pitch Perfect. All right, my next game is Glow.
Glow. Oh,
Yeah,
it's a great game.
Beautiful game. It's a black and white game, and you're traveling around these tunnels, and you're rolling dice to figure out what actions you can take, what cards do you want to draft, and then everyone's going at the same time for the first part of rolling the dice and assigning it. And then together, once everyone is done rolling, taking the points that they can for the dice they've assigned, you then get to move your character down towards, getting more points. And there always seems to be plenty to do. So I do like Glow for simultaneous action.
It's a beautiful game too. Love the game. So I am going to choose as my number one, Earth.
That's a good one.
Right. So Earth is a card game about the Earth, and it's basically about ecosystems and growing things. So the thing about the simultaneous action is we do have turns, your turn or my turn, but on the other person's turn, like if I choose the green action, the other player can choose to follow me and do that green action as well, or the player can do the action that they had previously done on their turn. They can do that again. So there's a bit of a choice to make. And then the more cards that you lay out during the game, the more options you have for each action. So it takes a bit of time to go through each card and figure out what the green action is.
On your tableau.
Yeah, on the tableau of cards. And so blissfully, there's simultaneous action during this part. And it seems to go by pretty quickly. I don't feel like I'm waiting to take my turn, because we take equally as long to take our long turns and equally as short to take our short turns in the beginning of the game.
Yeah, that's a good one. I like that one.
So that's my number one, Earth.
Okay. My number one was actually mentioned very early on. It is Space Base.
Space Base.
I do love the ability of being able to take an action on every single turn. When I'm the active player and when I'm the inactive player, there's always something for me to do and a choice to be made. And it also helps me plan, like, okay, well, clearly, even though I thought we would be rolling a lot of sevens, we are not. I better do something different.
Darn statistics.
Sometimes it's just the way it works.
Sometimes you got to roll the hard 6.
Oh, there was one game we played. I kept rolling 3s, a 2 and a 1, a 2 and a 1, a 2 and a 1. So I just kept bulking up my 2, 1, and 3s. I'm like, oh, this is going to work out for me.
All right, so that's our top 5 games with simultaneous action. What games do you like to play that have simultaneous action? We'd like to hear. Leave us a note in the comments.
And like and subscribe if this is the kind of videos that you like watching. If this helps you at all, this will help other people find us as well.
All right, and so until next time, I'm Onezie.
And I'm the Elusive Bigfoot. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.